Hey guys, thanks very much for coming back and joining me today. So if you don't already know, I am a bit random and my name is Julie. So I thought I would title this video Halloween-Esk Stuff That I'm Watching Already, because you know, I'm a bit crazy. So I am already starting to feel, I know that Halloween isn't until the 31st of October, but I'm starting to sort of feel in the Halloween-esque mode, which is why I've titled this video this way. So I'm going to be talking about some shows and just things that I've been watching to sort of gear me up into the Halloween mode. So the first thing that I wanted to talk about is Ghost Whisperer, and the lead character in it is, I'm sure a lot of you will recognise, it is Jennifer Love Hewitt, and she basically plays a character in it called Melinda Gordon, and she owns an antique store. And I'm not ruining anything for anybody because this comes up, she talks about this at the startup sort of section in the intro of the first episode and pretty much every episode. She has a gift that was brought down from her grandmother, which is basically she can speak to spirits that sort of aren't able to move on for whatever reason it might be. So they come to her for help. That's what the episodes are about. Any spirits, you know, that they've died and there's maybe something going on with the family or something upsetting or something like that, and they'll go and speak to her, and it is so cool. And she is amazing at playing the character Melinda Gordon, and her husband in the show called Jim. Honestly, I have never seen such an amazing on-screen couple that work together and blend together so well as these two. I want every single piece of clothing that she wears in the show. Like I really wish I could buy the whole clothing line. The way I would sort of explain it is she owns an antique store, so what she does is she wears very antique looking, vintage looking shoes and clothes and everything, and all her cardigans and coats, like just long cardigans and coats and everything. I just want all her outfits. There is 5 seasons. I have all 5, I own all 5 seasons, but I wasn't really fussed on the 5th season simply because of the way they took it in the direction of writing and how they took the show's script. I just didn't like the last season, to be honest. I thought it was a bit silly, but I don't want to like ruin it for anyone. But it's really cool and really spooky, and in a lot of the episodes it is quite sort of sad sometimes. And even Jennifer Love Hewitt, she said that she teared up in general, like because she was believing that it was real and that she finds some of the episodes quite upsetting. But I absolutely love this. I am obsessed with this show, and I would say if you haven't seen it, that I would really recommend, if you like sort of ghosts and you're interested in like spirits and things like that, then you should definitely check this out. I think it is absolutely fantastic and I really enjoy watching this. I normally watch it every single year around this time of year. So the next thing that I have also started watching the past couple of weeks is Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Now, I do own all 7 seasons, and that's the cover of it, just to show you. And my favourite in this, I would say, would be Salem, which is her cat, and it actually talks. She owns a talking cat. In the first episode, the pilot, as I'm sure if you haven't seen it, it's pretty obvious because this is called Sabrina the Teenage Witch. She finds out that she is a witch, and she finds this out by her 2 aunts, and the 2 aunts actually live in the house with her. So I'm not ruining anything if you haven't seen it, don't worry. This all happens at the very start of the first episode. Now, I have to say I thoroughly enjoy this and I love it because it sort of combines her just being a normal teenager living her life, but then it also shows you, you know, like the magic and the spells and everything. And I think it's the first season. Yeah, I've already watched a Halloween episode, and I think there's another one coming up soon in the 1st or 2nd season. There is some Halloween episodes, which is really cool. So I've already watched 1 Halloween episode so far, so that's got me in the Halloween mood. And also, I have to say, I wanted to say, the last sort of 3 seasons I didn't really like, to be honest. I don't think I'll watch the last 3 seasons. I think I'll just watch the first maybe 4 or 5 this year. I don't know, but I think it's really funny. I love this show, and it's of course played by Melissa Joan Hart, and I absolutely love her as an actress. And she also brought out a show, and I know she produced it, but I don't know if she directed it as well, but I think she might have wrote it as well. I'll have to check that up, but I think she definitely produced it. and go her, I think it's amazing. She did a show called Melissa and Joey, and I don't know if anybody's ever seen it, but it's a comedy show. I don't think it's being made anymore, but I think it's absolutely hilarious. But yeah, Sabrina the Teenage Witch I've watched from I was really young. I used to watch it when I came home from school, probably when I was supposed to be doing my homework. But I love it. Let me know if you've seen it and if you like it. Now the last one I have is a really, really old TV show called The Munsters. So I'm just going to show you the paper cover because I have so many DVDs that what I've started doing is putting my discs into, like, you know, little zip covers that you can just sort of look through the DVDs, because it makes a lot more room in my house. Anyway, we're not here to talk about that. But yes, The Munsters. This is really, really old, guys, and this is the first season, and there's 6 discs in it. And I know you can still get these on eBay and Amazon, but there is so many episodes, and I always find it so hard getting through all of these, especially with watching like Halloween sort of films and things like that. So what I've started doing is watching this a lot earlier this year. I've actually been watching these for probably about the last 3 weeks. Yeah, I know it's a bit early, but there's a lot of episodes on this. But basically it's a family and they're called the Munsters, and it's so funny because like the grandfather is probably my favourite in it. He's a vampire, as you can see, and it's really funny because they're living in this really creepy looking, awesome looking, like big, really old house that they've obviously lived in for hundreds and hundreds of years because, you know, they live forever. And people will like knock on their door and come in, and there's like spider webs absolutely everywhere, and they pride themselves in keeping and moving the spider webs and getting them to sit, you know, in a certain way and making the house look, you know, full of spider webs and look really old and ancient. And they think that that's of course normal, and they'll go to the doctors or something like that, and then the doctor will ask the date of birth or whatever, and they sort of just looking at him like, what? No, it can't be. What's your real date of birth? So it's like a comedy basically, and I just think it's really funny, and the intro music is so cool. If you have never watched this, just type in The Munsters TV show intro or something like that, or music intro. I will never get sick of the music intro of this. I just find it hilarious. I love all of them, but I would say my 2 favourite characters would be Lily, which is here, and the grandfather would be my favourites. But this TV show is like really, really old, and it's in black and white, but I really love that because I think it gives more of like a cold feel, you know, for sort of like a Halloween vibe going on, and I prefer that it's in black and white. To be honest, if they brought it out in DVD in colour, I wouldn't buy it because I think it's far better being in black and white, and it's nostalgic for me because I can remember years ago when I was really young watching this on TV. I can't remember if it was Channel 1 or it was Channel 5, but I think it was on in the evening, like 5 or 6 or something. I don't know, can't remember. But yeah, let me know. I am really actually interested, guys, because I like getting to know my subscribers and everything like that. So thanks so much for anybody who's new that's subscribed, and thanks so much for everybody that has always been supporting me. And I just think it'd be really cool if like any of you have heard of any of these or even watched these or really enjoy these. So let me know below. Or if you haven't seen any of these, let me know if there's any of these that you would be interested in watching. If anybody is interested in Halloween stuff, I watched a film there last weekend called Darker Skies. Now I don't want to say what it's about because I don't want to ruin it for anybody, because you'll find out when you watch the film. But wow, I'd never seen it before and it was absolutely fantastic. And I'm not saying it's a Halloween movie, but it's a movie that I would class as I would sit down and watch that on Halloween, if that makes sense. I also watched a movie that I got on DVD from eBay called Bewitched, and if anybody doesn't know, there was a show out years ago called Bewitched, and there was a lead girl in it that obviously played a witch, and basically that's what the film's about. And it stars Nicole Kidman and Will Ferrell. I absolutely love Will Ferrell and I love Nicole Kidman, and it's a hilarious movie. It's like a comedy, but to me it's a fantastic film to watch for Halloween. Let me know if anybody's seen it. And also, has anybody seen the movie called The Others, which stars the lead character Nicole Kidman? I had never seen it before until last Halloween, and I watched it last October, and it's absolutely brilliant, and I really cannot stress that I can't explain at all what this movie is about because I would give away the whole thing basically, and it's just kind of like, I'll not say anything, but wow, I found that movie really interesting. Really interesting. But as well, another thing that I'm going to be watching starting tonight is Gotham. I have seen season 1 and I have seen season 2, but I forgot kind of what episode or season I was at, so I was checking last night and I'm definitely at the start of season 3. I haven't seen any of season 3, so please don't be ruining anything for me below. I love it. My favourite character, actually, if anybody's interested, in Gotham would be Fish. I absolutely love her. I think it's actually Will Smith's ex-wife now. Yeah, I think they got divorced recently. I don't know. But yeah, I think it's definitely Will Smith's ex-wife. But I really love her. I think she is absolutely hilarious. I also like Penguin. I also think Bruce is really perfectly, like he was perfectly chosen to play that part. And also Catwoman. I think she looks exactly what Catwoman would have looked like when she was younger. I think she's amazing. Absolutely amazing. So yeah, let me know if you have watched Gotham, which of course is the series about Batman. You can let me know. But please don't be ruining anything for me below, because, or for anyone else that's maybe even hasn't even seen any of it. But I'm starting season 3 tonight. Let me know if anything from what I've explained, or just anything that you think I might like that you would recommend that I could watch for Halloween. I love watching lots of stuff over Halloween. On Halloween day, I watch so many Halloween DVDs, and I have them all sitting out ready, and there's pretty much the same ones that I watch every year. I don't care if it sounds sad, but that's what I do. Let me know if you have any recommendations, and yeah, let me know what you watch at Halloween as well. You can write me a whole list. Go for it if I haven't seen it. In specific, if there's any movies about aliens or things like that, or like people being haunted and things like that, leave it below and I will definitely try and check it out. If you're still watching, I want you to write below, why are all giraffes purple? I think in one of the last videos I asked people to write, why are all elephants purple? But now it's going to be, why are all giraffes purple? Question mark. Might freak a few people out, who knows. But anyways guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys.